51 grams of protein in this bowl of cereal. This is insane. If you want to eat cereal while getting in more protein than a protein bar, this is the recipe for you. No matter how much cereal I eat, I never feel full. It's high carb, full of sugar, and not satiating at all. Buying protein cereals are incredibly freaking expensive. It pisses me off. But these homemade Cocoa Puffs are super cheap to make, and the macros are mostly protein. Oatmeal is known as a really good breakfast food. Cereal is known as a very bad breakfast food. You knew this? You didn't need me to tell you. What if I showed you how to take oatmeal and turn it into healthy cereal? Oatmeal. Mad cheap. Are you buying oat flour? Come here. You better not be if you're watching this channel. Blender, 20 grams of oatmeal. Oat flour, expensive. You blend your own oats, very cheap. At my local Walmart, a 32-ounce bag of oat flour costs $10.98. A 42-ounce tub of oatmeal, which is 50% bigger, is $3.98. You get 50% more oatmeal for less than half the price. Now that I saved you a whole bunch of money making your own oat flour at home, you can use that money on my cookbook and make fat loss and dieting effortless and so easy. Check out my fat loss cookbook, over 100 recipes, and I'm constantly updating it, and when you buy it once, you get all future updates for free. Oat flour goes in. Only downside of making oat flour at home, you might get one oat clump. Vegans, y'all are crazy. Y'all give me hate for not using the egg yolk in an egg, but you can't even eat the egg in the first place, but you still give me hate? I don't get it. Y'all give me hate for using whey protein powder. Y'all give me hate for using casein protein powder. Y'all give me hate for using Greek yogurt. Y'all are always shitting on me, but we can still bond. I got you. This is gonna be a vegan recipe. Some vegan protein powder, a whole bunch actually. Eating high protein cereal is great, but another great thing to consume is Magic Mind. Some days, you just need a boost, and that's when I love to drink this mental performance shot by Magic Mind. Here are 3 reasons why I love Magic Mind. Number 1, no crash. Caffeine doesn't actually give you energy. It blocks the adenosine receptors in your brain that tell you you're tired. You get a spike, and then you get a caffeine crash. Magic Mind has ceremonial grade matcha, which means you don't get a crash. Number 2, flow state. Magic Mind contains lion's mane mushrooms and Bacopa monnieri. This helps boost clarity and focus. When I need to do my hardest, most important work, Magic Mind helps me get dialed in and get into my flow state. Number 3, immunity. I get vitamin C, vitamin D, and turmeric all in this one drink. All of these are boosting my immune system. Go to magicmind.com/Rahul20. Rahul20 gets you 48% off your first subscription for the next 10 days, or 20% off a one-time purchase. Go try this drink and tell me how good you feel, and eat your protein cereal. There are 3 types of cocoa powders that we use for this recipe: natty cocoa powder, dark cocoa powder, and black cocoa powder. They all taste a little bit different. Actually, very freaking different. Be careful. We're making Cocoa Puffs, so we want that chocolate flavor, so we're gonna use natty cocoa powder. It's gonna give us the most chocolate taste, but it's quite bitter, so we gotta add some sweetness to this. If you use dark cocoa powder, your balls will be a little bit darker, except it'll be a little bit less chocolatey as well. I don't really want that. If you use black cocoa powder, they might taste like Oreos. They might taste like Oreo balls. They won't be very chocolatey, and I want that chocolate flavor, so I'm gonna use natty. We're gonna use 2 tablespoons of it. A pinch of salt and make it taste more chocolatey, and then 2 whole grams of baking powder, which is about that much. Listen, I have a favorite sweetener. Sugar-free maple syrup. I might drizzle this on top a little later when the cereal's done. We need something granulated. My second favorite sweetener, erythritol. It's fantastic. It has the same texture as sugar, and so I like to use it in a lot of my recipes. Remember how I said adding the natty cocoa powder would make this a little bitter, so we need to add sweetness to combat that? Erythritol is only 75% as sweet as sugar, and if we add too much of it, it's gonna mess up the texture of this recipe. So instead, a packet of any sweetener you want. I'm using Splenda. A packet of sweetener packs a punch. It's very sweet, but it doesn't have a lot of volume to it, so it's not gonna mess up the texture at all. Whisk this really well, get rid of all the clumps. What the heck? Cocoa? I don't like mixing. If I just blend everything, guess what? The blender's gonna mix for me. And I can do my forearm workout later on tonight. Perfect. And that's fine. Add a little bit of water at a time and mix with a spoon until you get a dough ball. Now just get in there with your hands and press. There we go. Press it all together. Once a ball like this forms, you're good. This is giving me body dysmorphia, so let's make it smaller by making it into Cocoa Puffs. Take a small clump like this off and then just shape it into a ball like this. That's 1 Cocoa Puff. Just rip another piece off and just press it together to form a nice small ball. Perfect. You just break, pack, done. And once you've formed your balls of Cocoa Puffs, spray them with a little bit of oil spray and then gently add them to your air fryer basket. Don't just throw them in there. Be gentle. Balls are sensitive. One more quick spray with some oil. 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Shake the basket a couple times when you're cooking. Shout out to Flexible Dieting Lifestyle for inspiring this recipe. I'll leave a link to his recipe in the description down below. He is too good. We are halfway through, 7 minutes in. Let's give these a little shake around. You see, they're getting crispy, but they're not done yet. Little shake, back in. 5 more minutes. I cooked it for 16 minutes exactly. Yours might take a little bit less, probably not. It might take a little bit more, maybe like 18 minutes. Listen to this. Listen to crunch. That's crunchy, baby. You think milk's gonna make this thing soggy? No, at some point it will. But the cereal does not go first. The milk goes first, okay? Because then the cereal piles on top of the milk. Not all of it gets wet. And then you eat the wet stuff first. And the ones at top that are not wet fall in. Then they get wet. Then you eat that. If you just put the milk on top of the cereal, everything gets wet. Guess what? Everything becomes soggy quick. Not good. Milk first, then cereal. I lost over 100 pounds and I went from looking like this to looking like this. If you want me to personally coach you one-on-one to help you get in the best shape of your life, hit the link in the description down below. Only on a little bit. Whole bowl of protein Cocoa Puffs. This is nuts. That's crazy. Is that milk getting chocolatey? Not enough. Cocoa cereal whey protein powder by Legion. I have a good idea. Pour the milk. It's already protein powder that tastes like Cocoa Puffs. Shake it up. That was easy, no clumpage. Highly recommend you pick up some Legion protein powder. Get the Cocoa cereal whey. It's freaking fantastic. Use code Rahul to save yourself some money. Cocoa Puffs with the Cocoa Puff milk. This is too freaking good. If you're blindfolded and your nose is plugged and your ears are closed and you don't know what you're eating and you eat a spoon of this and then you eat a spoon of actual Cocoa Puffs, if you can't tell a difference, you're hallucinating. I can for sure tell a difference. I can taste the vegan in this. But that's not the goal here, okay? The goal is not to make it taste exactly like Cocoa. That's impossible. Cocoa Puffs is sugary, high carb, low protein, low fat. Instead, this cereal is mostly protein. When you hear the calories and macros of this bowl, it's stupid crazy. So instead of eating actual Cocoa Puffs, you eat these. It's not gonna give you the same taste, but it's gonna give you better macros. Because Cocoa Puffs doesn't care about your calories and macros, but I do. Without the milk, just the cereal is 260 calories, 28 grams of protein, more than 1 gram of protein per 10 calories, 20 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of fat. But when you add the protein milk, 375 calories, 51 grams of protein, more than 50% protein, 23 grams of carbs, and 9 grams of fat. That is insane freaking macros. Oh no! 51 grams of protein in this bowl. That's actually wild. Y'all do this. To drink your cereal milk. I used to have a bowl when I was a kid. It was a bowl with a straw in it. So you could drink the cereal milk while eating your cereal, and you didn't need to use a spoon for the cereal milk. You just and suck the cereal milk out of there. Life lesson for you boys. The smaller the balls, the bigger the spoon looks, okay? Don't forget to check out Magic Mind. Go try their mental performance shot. Link and discount code in the description. Want to get in the best shape of your life? I can write you a custom diet plan, or I can coach you one-on-one personally to help you reach your goals. Links in the description down below.